Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
These are extremely difficult times for many of us, but a Perham, Minnesota family is still reeling after fire on Easter Sunday destroyed their home. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the couple and has the story that you'll only see here on Valley News Live.
It was a normal day of chores at this rural Perham farmstead Easter Sunday when David Hansen says he saw flames blazing out his home's bathroom window.
When I opened the door, the fire just come right down the hall, pushed the door shut in front of me, and I took off. That's all I could do.
Hansen says he tried to go back to save the family's 2 cats and dog, but says heavy wind gusts spread the fire rapidly and made the rescue impossible.
Just can't do anything, though. It was so hot.
Hansen's wife and 3 young boys had left the home just 30 minutes before the flames broke out, something the family says was an Easter blessing.
I was just happy that me and the kids were not there and we were safe, and I was happy that he was safe was honestly all I was thinking about.
For David, this isn't his first big loss, losing his childhood home to a fire almost 2 years ago to the day.
It's hard. I mean, it would have hit me a lot harder if the kids were around.
And while thankful for their health and safety, the charred board games and memories are a tough pill to swallow for Hope.
It's hard for me because it's all my kids' stuff and all my wedding stuff.
The Hansens say they're currently staying at a family member's house and are unsure what the future looks like, as nothing in the home was insured.
It was a temporary house that we moved it up here quick. It was temporary and we were just hoping to build very soon.
But say they thank the community for wrapping them in love and support in their dark time, adding they hope to call this home once again someday soon. In Perham, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The Hansens say while it's not official, they believe their water heater started the fire. If you'd like to donate, help them out, a GoFundMe page has been set up, and we have a link on our Valley News Live app. Just click on this story. 10 more people have now tested positive for coronavirus in North Dakota. That brings the total positive cases to 341. 138 are listed as recovered. 13 people are currently in the hospital, and the death toll stands at 9. More people have died in Minnesota from the COVID-19 pandemic. The total death toll in the state is now at 79, with 1,695 cases reported in the state since the outbreak started. 177 people are in the hospital, 75 of them in ICU. In all, 909 people are listed as recovered. A group of patients recovering from coronavirus met with President Trump today at the White House. Among those in attendance, Michigan State Representative Karen Whitsett, who spoke about how an anti-malaria drug helped her recover. Also, a passenger who was on board a cruise ship that experienced an outbreak of coronavirus, as well as former NFL player Mark Campbell, who said he may have gotten the virus from touching a gas pump handle. The president praised the former COVID-19 patients for their bravery.
A lot of progress today. You see what's happening with our bump, our big bump in the road, and our big bump is a lot less than a lot of people thought it would be because of the American people. They've been incredible. So
each of the participants took a coronavirus test ahead of the meeting in the cabinet room. That's now become standard for anyone visiting the White House. In Fergus Falls, police there want you to know about a scam involving the purchase of vehicles and farming equipment. Authorities say scammers have been using the business name of TNT Transportation and are now also using Fergus Transportation. Police say these businesses nor anyone in Fergus Falls are involved with this scam, and evidence suggests the suspects are likely located overseas. Some Americans have already received their federal stimulus checks directly to their bank accounts. These checks are based on either your 2018 or 2019 federal income tax. To qualify for the full $1,200, you must have earned under $75,000. For a couple, it's under $150,000, and you get $500 for every child. A local tax expert says you also don't have to pay the money back.
It's a 2020 tax credit, but if in 2020 your income is too high or you wouldn't have received it, you're not going to have to pay it back.
I don't think we're going to spend more money because we get a new check. I think we're constrained.
The IRS says that most Americans should get their money in the next 2 weeks. On their website, they plan to soon launch a tool where you can monitor where your check is and when it's expected to arrive. As small businesses try to get bailout loans, time and money are running out. Experts tell our national investigative team it's likely the funding will run out by the end of the week. Here's Investigate TV's Lee Zurich with our COVID-19 tracker.
A Packers weekend at the Astor House Bed and Breakfast.
Crazy in the most wonderful of ways.
Brings in fans wanting to get a glimpse of the NFL's oldest and most historic stadium.
People coming from everywhere.
Linda Stieber and her husband Tom own this 5-room inn.
When was the last time you had a visitor?
Probably about a month ago.
And she has no idea when the next guest will arrive.
There are tens and tens of thousands of dollars going that we will never see come into this business every single month.
The Stiebers are hoping the federal government can help prop up their business. They expect to be one of the millions of businesses that will apply for the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, $349 billion Congress allocated for small businesses hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic.
You've spent your career representing businesses. There are many, that are relying on this money to survive, right?
Desperately. I think the great majority of small businesses are barely surviving right now.
But our analysis, confirmed by business attorney Jim Garner, shows that pot of money is woefully short.
Is this program going to run out of money soon?
Absolutely.
The Small Business Administration confirmed to us as of Tuesday afternoon, 1.1 million small business applications had been approved, totaling more than $263 billion. If you do the math, only about 400,000 more businesses will likely be approved before reaching the cap of what Congress allocated, $349 billion. That means of the 30 million small businesses in the country, only around 5% will receive money through this program.
I think at the end of the day, unless the Congress allocates trillions to this, there will be legitimate, good businesses who don't receive money. I mean, it's simple math.
For businesses like this bed and breakfast, missing out on this money might force them to make an unwelcome decision to close.
We're entirely dependent on some help coming from the outside in order to not lose this dream. The American dream can turn into the American nightmare very quickly.
The Independent Community Bankers of America also did the math on this and wrote the Small Business Administration and Department of Treasury a letter that the funding is frankly inadequate for the magnitude of need, and it is likely to run out quickly. Former President Barack Obama has delivered his long-awaited endorsement of Joe Biden for president, recording a 12-minute video to throw his support behind his former vice president. Mr. Obama's endorsement of his former VP comes a day after Senator Bernie Sanders gave a full-throated endorsement of Biden's presidential bid, ending speculation that the two rivals might remain at odds going into the general election season. Mr. Obama said, "I'm so proud to endorse Joe Biden to be the president of the United States, and I believe Joe has all the qualities we need in a president right now." Fargo school board leaders want to look at changing the boundaries rather than building a new middle school near Davies High School. Tonight, the board said no to approving a proposed $58.5 million project that would house 8th and 9th graders. The district is feeling pressure from increasing enrollment numbers at Discovery Middle School and Davies High School. The board is expected to get data at its next school board meeting that would help them examine how changing the boundaries might help with the enrollment issues, and building a new school could resurface as well. If you're a teacher, a student, even a parent of a student, we here at Valley News Live want you to take part by recording and sending us a short video. You can make it a message to your teacher, to your classmates, or maybe your students. We'll feature them on Valley News Live at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and also at 6 o'clock. These videos can be uploaded by going to Valley News Live, clicking on the Upload Photo link on the right-hand side of the screen. Then, click on Add Your Media to the A+2U link. One more thing, when you record your video, turn the phone this way. It's called the landscape mode. That way, your smiling faces will fill out the whole TV screen. Let's go to Hutch.